Let's talk dairy products. Traditionally, dairy products didn't have really too many issues in terms of their simplicity and really knowing what's in them. But in today's manufactured food world, there are additional ingredients in things like yogurt, milk, and cheese that can really make them questionable when they're added to these things. So yogurt, it's considered a health food, a superfood, and traditionally it's very simply made. But in the commercialized food world, a lot of times yogurt has gelatin in it, and gelatin is often used as something that will help solidify a product, particularly when it goes through temperature changes when it's being transported. So from processing plant to truck to grocery store, it goes through lots of different environments, and so gelatin is considered sort of a bit of a stabilizer or a molder, and so that's why it's added. But that gelatin can often be derived from pork or beef, and maybe that beef was not ritually slaughtered. So unless it has a halal certification, or there is no gelatin and there's just simply, your milk and your cultures, your active cultures, then it's fine. But if it has gelatin in it, you really want to understand what the source of that gelatin is. When it comes to milk, you can get your raw milk, your pasteurized milk, your homogenized milk, but sometimes they add D3 to it, vitamin D3. And the source of that D3 could be, although it's not so common anymore, but you just might want to check that vitamin D3 source is not from pork. Now, a lot of products today, well, not a lot, but there are some products that are, milk products that are halal certified. So you just want to check the labels and see if there's any halal certification. If not, you might want to just ask the source of the D3 if that's added. Now, cheese is a little bit more complex because cheese, particularly your more processed cheeses, not your simple cheeses, they're made with rennet and enzymes. And when I say processed, I don't actually mean the fake cheeses or the, things that look like cheese. But what I mean is that they've undergone some sort of, waiting period, culturing period. So like Parmesan or Romano cheese or something like that. They'll often have the rennet and enzymes, and the rennet is going to come from the stomach of a cow or sheep or sometimes pig, but that's very rare because the pig is used, is a cheaper product. So some of your more gourmet cheeses aren't going to have it. They'll typically come from, it'll say like sheep's rennet. But what I try to do to avoid any of those questionable things is to get microbial rennet. So you can, read it on the label of the cheese. It'll say microbial rennet and vegetarian enzymes or non-animal enzymes. So a lot of labels today are very good with cheese. I think cheese is one of the easier ones to figure out because there are a lot of people who don't want to have those in their food, and for some reason the labeling of cheese has been very good, and you can oftentimes find out what the source of rennet and enzymes are. So just read your labels.